Most young people today are stuck scrolling, gaming, binging Netflix, hitting dopamine spikes all day but feeling empty inside. But here's the harsh truth. The reason why you don't feel motivated, the reason why your life feels stuck, isn't because you're lazy, it's because your brain is fried. Dopamine is the brain's motivation chemical. It's not just about pleasure, it's what drives you to take action. When you smash a workout, when you study and actually learn, when you build discipline, dopamine is what makes it feel rewarding. But here's the catch. Cheap dopamine from TikTok, junk food, porn, video games rewires your brain. It trains you to crave easy hits instead of chasing real rewards. That's why you can spend hours on your phone, but it can't sit down for 20 minutes to work on your goals. So why does a dopamine detox matter? A dopamine detox is like hitting the reset button. It's not about cutting out all pleasure. It's about removing artificial highs so your brain can relearn to enjoy the simple, powerful things again. Working out, reading, or building your life. When you detox from dopamine, your focus sharpens, your workouts feel better, your mood stabilizes, you stop craving cheap hits and start chasing meaningful wins. After my car accident, I had to rebuild my entire brain. I was forced into a kind of dopamine detox. No distractions, no shortcuts, just recovery, discipline and consistency. And that process taught me something. Most people never learn. Your brain is the most important muscle in your body. When you reset it, life opens up. If you're at a point in life where you feel stuck, unmotivated, like you can't focus, it's not you, it's your habits. Try this. One weekend, no phone, no Netflix, no junk food, just walks, training, and real conversations. You'll feel restless at first, very uncomfortable, but if you can get through that, then you'll notice clarity creeping back in. Most people will hear dopamine detox and think it's some extreme monk lifestyle. It's not. It's about taking back control. Right now, your brain's wired to chase the easiest, quickest hit of pleasure. That's why hours slip away on TikTok. That's why you crave sugar instead of home-cooked meals. That's why you'd rather play games than build the life you want. So step 1 would be to identify your triggers. Be honest. What's stealing your focus every single day? Write it down. Don't lie to yourself. Because until you know your triggers, you'll never be able to reset your brain. Step 2 would be to cut them out for 24 to 48 hours. You don't need a 90-day monk mode challenge. Start small, one weekend. Remove the cheap dopamine sources completely. This will feel uncomfortable at first. That's your brain craving a fix. But that's exactly the point. The restlessness is your nervous system rebalancing. Step 3 would be replace things, don't just remove them. A detox isn't about sitting in a dark room doing nothing. You need replacements. Train hard, go outside, have a real conversation. These activities teach your brain to find pleasure in real life again. And step 4 would be to reintroduce with intention. After 48 hours, don't just run back to your old habits. Test yourself. Maybe set some new rules, like social media after you work out, gaming only once you've hit your goals for the week. The detox isn't the end goal. It's the reset that lets you rebuild discipline around dopamine instead of letting dopamine control you. So why does this work? Most people think they need motivation, but in my opinion, they don't. I think they need clarity. They need to remember what feels good when your brain isn't clouded by constant cheap hits. After a dopamine detox, you'll notice something powerful. That book you've been meaning to read actually feels interesting. That workout feels addicting in a good way. And you stop checking your phone every 30 seconds because your mind isn't starving for a fix. This is what freedom feels like. It's not about being perfect, it's about breaking the cycle. Now, here's my challenge to you. This weekend, pick 48 hours, delete the apps, hide the games, cut the junk food, no distractions, no cheap dopamine, and replace it with the basics. Lift heavy, go for walks, spend some time in silence or with real people. At the end of those 2 days, ask yourself one question. Do I feel clear? Do I feel more control over myself? I guarantee you will. And once you feel that shift, you'll never look at your old habits the same way again. Because I think that if you can't control your dopamine, you could never control your life. So I urge you, try the detox. Prove to yourself that you can do it, and then watch how much easier your life becomes. Life is fragile. I've been shown that firsthand, and wasting it on cheap dopamine hits is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. Detox, reset your brain, build discipline because it will feel like freedom. Because the truth is simple, you don't need more motivation, you need less distraction.
Like 16, came back and now I still feel the same way.